Well, folks, two very mentally unwell individuals are in a fight. One of them happens to be the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. The other one happens to be a former football player running for Senate in a state he doesn't live in after some numerous scandals, both personal and professional, and that would be Herschel Walker. Donald Trump likes to take credit for Herschel Walker. He says he encouraged Herschel Walker to run for the U.S. Senate from Georgia. Herschel Walker sees it differently. Sat down for an interview with Killer Mike and said God inspired Herschel Walker to run. Trump, I think, might take that as he was talking about him. But no, he means the biblical God, the God of the Old and New Testament. Certainly old, anyhow, knowing Republicans. And that he's really mad at Trump. That's his quote. I'm mad at Trump because he's taking credit. This should go over really well. It always goes over well when people try to upstage Donald Trump. So far, I haven't heard no response from Donald Trump. Here's what you should know about Herschel Walker, though, so that you know that it's impossible to know who's telling the truth because they both are serial liars and have, each of them on their own probably have committed enough crimes to spend the better part of the next millennium in prison. Herschel Walker held a gun to his ex-wife's head and told her he was going to blow her brains out. He held a razor to her neck. She testified about this in court. Two other women also. One got a restraining order against Herschel Walker and said that he threatened to kill her. Another one said that he stalked her. Herschel Walker has talked about wanting to kill himself and said he played Russian roulette. That's literally putting a gun in your mouth where you have one bullet in a chamber of 6 and have a 1 in 6 chance of blowing your brains out. He said he did this. He has a fascination and obsession with guns, and recently when the issue of guns came up, his response was, we need to see about that, see everything, see what's going on. Yeah, that was his response because he's very well informed and smart and stuff and totally qualified to run for the Senate. Walker also has said there should be no exceptions to the Roe versus Wade when Roe versus Wade's overturned to an abortion ban. If you're a baby container, aka a woman as they see it, and you are pregnant, luck if you're in bad enough shape that you may die from the pregnancy because this pre-fetus or whatever it is at the time comes first. Herschel Walker came out today and said a dry mist would cure COVID. I don't even know what he's talking about. Does he mean like, when it gets on a hot day in Phoenix when they let a mist come down from, some of the canopies so you don't overheat and you're walking through the streets, would that cure COVID? Yeah, that's what he's saying, that kind of thing. Or maybe it's a drier mist. I don't know. That cures COVID. Not vaccinations, not prevention, not any of the other things will stop COVID, but a dry mist. He's a crazy person, and he's a dangerous person, and he belongs nowhere near the Senate, and Donald Trump didn't care about any of that when he came out and endorsed him, because Donald Trump thinks if you've been famous and you've been on TV, that, his narcissism tells him that's the ultimate in life, and that's all that matters. Meanwhile, he won't unendorse Herschel Walker because of the dry mist. Hell, Donald Trump denied vaccinations for a while and wanted us to inject bleach, stick a ultraviolet light up our arses. So I think that that's not going to be a sort of endorsement killer here. The fact that he doesn't care that if a woman is dying, she shouldn't be able to have an abortion, should die, also not a deal killer. Donald Trump doesn't care. He's in with that. Guns, once again, hey, Trump Jr. likes to go and snuff out endangered species. Also not a deal killer. But criticizing Donald Trump, saying you're mad at him and that he is taking credit for something that you did. Quote, I need to tell him that he never asked. I heard it all on television that he's going to ask Herschel, saying Herschel is going to run. I love it when people talk about themselves in the third person. He's clearly that important. President Trump never came out and said, Herschel, will you run for that Senate seat? He continued. So I'm mad at him because he never asked, but he's taking credit that he asked. And again, it wasn't Trump. It was God. Get it right. How will this fun fight end up? Trump once supported Brian Kemp. We saw how that ended up. He's busy trashing Ron DeSantis behind his back. There's no ever any loyalty when Trump starts seeing you as a threat. So if he starts seeing Herschel Walker as a threat, who knows? Raphael Warnock, who's as close to a saint as we can get, and the incumbent Democratic senator who stood at this very same pulpit as Martin Luther King Jr., preached to his community, helped them, volunteered, has cared about public service his entire life, is the alternative. So maybe in the end, this will help us that Trump picked this lunatic who's going to rebound on Trump by attacking him. Because again, you can't control a rabid dog. Of course, that would describe Trump too. So how would he have the self-realization to know that of another? We'll see. We'll keep you updated on this, and hopefully this helps us win a Senate seat and not put a lunatic in the U.S. Senate. Thanks for watching. Guys, please subscribe and smash that notification button so you know when I drop new videos. We're growing rapidly. We want you to be a part of it. And you'll get new commentaries every day during the week, numerous ones, as well as some shorts, maybe on the weekends, other times. So thanks for being here.